Can the Jaguars hang in there with the Eagles in the city of brotherly love for week 9? We'll go into that right here on the Jaguar Podcast. What's up, everybody? It's Andrew. Game preview time, week 9, Jags versus the Eagles. So let's get into it. This is going to be a tough game for the Jaguars. I think they are 7.5-point dogs in this matchup. And the Jaguars have not been playing well. They're coming off a loss against the Packers. And I believe the Packers had previously lost to the Eagles. That was one of their losses. The other one of those losses, rather, was to the Minnesota Vikings. The Jaguars will also be playing the Vikings. I will be at that game. I believe it's the following week after this game. So, yeah, could be a doozy, man. I honestly think if the Jaguars don't show up this game, the Eagles could put a 40-burger on us. I hope that doesn't happen. But, the Jags are going to have to tighten up. They're going to have to come in with a good game plan, both offensively and defensively, and are just going to have to play 4 quarters of really good football. So let's go into some of the keys to the game here. I think offensively, they have to limit the turnovers. The Jaguars have to limit the turnovers. They gave up the ball twice to the Packers last week, and it ended up, being 14 points for the Packers. Trev almost fumbled it again for a second time, too, in the second half, and the Packers almost came away with it. So he's got to protect the football. He can't be fumbling the ball like in 2022 when we played the Eagles. I think he coughed the ball up like 4 or 5 times. So has to play better football, has to secure the football. Ball security is a must. I think Travis Etienne might be coming back in this game too. So that's going to help the Jaguars offensively, I think. Add some, variety and some dynamics to the offense, because I think Travis Etienne is really a good receiving back. He can line up as a wide receiver. He's really good out in the flats. But he needs to protect the football too, because, he's had some problems with that, especially in the Miami game, which was just killer, that fumble, which I feel like kind of almost tarnished this entire season, really. But, the Jags, again, have to have good ball security, have to protect the football, have to be able to run the football in this game against a tough Philly defense who, they have some dogs there on their defensive line. So I think Jordan Davis, guy out of Georgia that they drafted, they have some dogs there on the defensive line. They have a good pass rush too. Hassan Reddick, so they have to be able to run the football to open up the passing game, and they have to protect Trevor. Walker Little's going to have to step up in this game. Anton's going to have to play well. The whole offensive line is going to have to pass protect really well. So that's another key to the game there offensively. And then, they got to get the ball in the hands of Brian Thomas Jr. He's going to have to get open downfield, get separation. He runs great routes. I think he can do it, but, this is a great defense. Eagles have really good defense. They have a strong secondary, too. I think they're going to have to get Ingram involved, too. He had a great game against the Packers, so I think they're going to have to, work him on those deep and intermediate routes, work him over the middle. He's really good there. And hopefully the Jags will be able to score some points and hang in there with the Eagles. But I think, defensively, the Jags are going to have their work cut out for them. The Eagles have a great offense. Jalen Hurts can do a lot of different things. He's a really dynamic quarterback. He can scramble, he can get out of the pocket and really make some plays and extend some plays. So the Jaguars are really going to have to keep an eye on him. The edges are going to have to play really well, really good outside contain. So, Josh Allen has got to have a good game. Trayvon Walker as well. Got to be disciplined. Got to, maintain that outside contain. And don't let, the Eagles spill out over the edge and get some really nice, yards out there. Defensive line has to get pressure. I mean, the interior defensive line, and I would say even the edges, didn't really get much pressure against Jordan Love, who was injured last week, and then, of course, against a backup quarterback, Malik Willis. So, they're going to have to step it up. I don't know what they're going to do, but they have to do something. I mean, Eric Armstead's got to play better. Devon Hamilton, they need to get interior pressure. They're just not getting anything up front. And if they don't get pressure on the quarterback, Hurts is going to have all the time in the world to throw to, big receivers like A.J. Brown. It's just the Jaguars going to have to get pressure on the quarterback, especially when we have a secondary that's not playing well either. I mean, the safeties are not playing well. So, we have to get pressure on the quarterback. The secondary's got to play discipline. I mean, they just have to play disciplined football, not give up any big plays, and lock down guys like A.J. Brown, and I think that they'll be able to hang in for this game. I unfortunately I don't see the Jaguars coming away with this one. I just think the Jaguars are not as good of a football team, talent-wise, as the Eagles are. They're going to have a lot of things work out for them in this game, and they're going to be playing in Philly, which is always tough. So, unless the Jaguars can generate a lot of turnovers, which has been like they haven't this year. So they're going to have an amazing game defensively, generate some turnovers in order to make this, to even stay in this game. I unfortunately just don't see that happening. So, my score prediction for this game is 14-35 Eagles. Hopefully they don't lay a 40 burger on us, but anything can happen. Hate to be skeptical and not optimistic in this prediction, but I try to be real with you guys because that's just the way I am. I don't try to be a super cheerleader in a lot of these episodes. I try to be real and give my opinion, honest opinion. But how do you guys feel? Do you think the Jags can hang in this game with the Eagles? I didn't really go into key matchups. Sorry about that, because I just don't think it's I don't think it's worth going into those. But how do you guys feel? Think the Jags can hang in there? What do you think will be the score? Let me know on the YouTube video or the podcast episode. Hope you guys are doing well. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, and hit that subscribe button if you want to support my work. Hope you guys are doing well. Take care, and I'll see you next time.
Duval! What's up, everybody? It's Andrew from the Jaguar Podcast. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as always. And remember, this is a podcast, so you can find this pretty much wherever you find podcasts. Subscribe to it. Go Jags, and I'll see you next time.